Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nath and G Talk Life.
Yeah, he's a completed grinder.
But we're going to have to get it out. I am bisexual.
Don't get it out, boy. My sister gave birth on my bedroom floor.
Or come out with us. You'll have an Indian foot massage, and then we'll break into someone's flat. I accidentally slipped a nude to my dad.
First is the general topic of destruction, even discussion.
Well, clearly
is causing destruction
of this podcast, mate.
You drank a bottle of whiskey.
I was in a bad place.
Cracked your head open on your urinal.
Covered in blood, like trying to dance with everyone.
I mean, you performed at Reading Festival.
I don't remember it, though. I had a bit of a painkiller
That's all right, because no one does.
Yeah.
Which is a brand new podcast featuring me, Nath, and my good, loyal, trusty friend, Alex, also known as G.
Hello, Nath.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, mate.
Good. So welcome to the show, everyone. This is the pilot episode. And this is something we decided to do during lockdown when we were just going completely insane as everyone was being stuck at home. We thought we'd try and do something just to cheer ourselves up and hopefully to make people laugh and have a bit of a good time and then see where it goes.
Yeah, and I mean, you're probably thinking, who the fuck are Nath and G? But yeah, we've basically had made a lot of bad decisions in life, and we've got some good stories that we can share with you. We're not glorifying them, but yeah, we've made a lot of mistakes, and I think we can help people with not making those mistakes.
Yeah, and have a bit of fun along the way.
Yeah, like, I mean, just off the top of my head, I've seen you being manhandled and strapped into an airplane seat, tied down.
It's gone there already.
We've been taken hostage in Barbados at gunpoint from our own stupid faults. And yeah, well, you've had heart surgery, I've had a heart attack.
Yeah.
You were bitten by a flea in Syria.
Yeah, well, we're going, yeah. Do we want to start with that depression?
No, probably not, but I'm just saying, like, we've messed up. And yeah, hopefully some of these things we can share with people and laugh at them now.
Exactly.
They weren't funny at the time.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Anyway, bit of background. We met in a pub.
Yeah.
What was it, about 15 years ago, I think?
And we've been there ever since.
we've never left.
We've just left now.
Yeah. So yeah, we met in a pub about 15 years ago, and we've had a lot of fun together over the years. And as you say, we've got ourselves into some funny scrapes.
Although I've done a bit of changing, haven't I, recently?
You've done a lot of changing.
A bit of spirituality, a bit of yoga, a bit of Wim Hof breathing.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. So essentially it's just going to be us chatting shit for about 45 minutes to an hour each episode.
It might be a load of shit. It might not. Nace, what's the time now? 10 a.m. Nace already had half a bottle of wine.
Well, yeah. But that was I'm a bit nervous. That was to loosen me up.
Sure.
Get me into the show.
Yeah,
so yeah, the bottom line is, as Alex said, we've had some great times. We've made a few bad decisions along the way, and we just wanted to do something for everyone to join in on our misery, really, and and to hopefully have a laugh at the same time.
Some serious discussions too.
100%.
Have we introduced Dave?
Who? Of course. Yes. So hi, Dave.
Hello.
So over there, we've got our lovely producer, long-serving producer, Loyal Dave, as we call him. Dave has been involved in many of sort of failed projects that we've tried before, and he's been roped into another one. So, welcome, Dave.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you.
And you.
Thank you for being with us.
It's an absolute pleasure. It's always a pleasure to get involved in one of these wonderful schemes that you come up. What's he up to now?
But you actually don't know anything much about this one, so I'd reserve judgment. So yeah, lovely to see you, Dave. Great to have you with us. And I think we'll start off, Alex, by we wanted to try and talk a little bit about who we are, and just give our viewers a bit of an idea about.
Well, we haven't got any fucking viewers yet, but potential viewers.
Yeah, potential viewers. Get to know us a little bit.
Yeah.
So do you want to say a few things about me, or?
Well, you go. You can.
Okay, I'll kick things off. So I'm going to let you know about G.
I can't wait to hear this. Well, I can actually wait till after the show. To be fair.
So Alex is in a band and has been for quite some time.
Well, yeah, and I sort of work in design, marketing, and stuff.
Yeah, but your true love is music.
That's true.
And you've been in a band for a while now, and as we said earlier, you've always enjoyed quite a rock and roll sort of lifestyle, even though you might have sort of calmed
Might have
things
taken
down.
it a little bit too far at times.
Yeah. But, you performed at Reading Festival with a slipped disc and whooping cough, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't remember it though. I had a bit of a painkiller.
That's all right, because no one does.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah. And as you mentioned, you now work in graphic design for a very big company. We can't mention their name, and we won't. But you're into your yoga now. You like to see yourself as a bit of a yoga god.
I don't really.
Well, they were the notes that you wrote for me.
Yeah, well,
So-
no, I don't. I just don't want to come across as a fucking raging alcoholic.
Well, if the cap fits.
Yeah.
No, you're not anymore. You're not anymore because,
no.
and let's get this out of the way now because our potential viewers, as you call them, are going to hear a lot about this. You've been quite ill, and I've had it up to here with it, and you're actually going in for an operation next week.
Yeah, I'm having some surgery on Wednesday, and due to lifestyle, really, due to, that lifestyle we're talking about. So,
What? Like I said, let's get it out of the way now. What are you having done?
reflux surgery. So,
Okay. Yeah.
So you've basically had it up to here.
Yeah, very good, Dave. So anyway, well, all the best for that, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll be thinking
Thank
of you, and hopefully, if you make it through, we'll be doing another podcast. So yeah.
Cheers. Well, I'm going into that with a lot of positivity.
If not, it'll be just called the Nath Show, and I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah.
But you also,
and I won't have to do another one of these fucking things ever again.
another thing that happened to you is you had quite a severe heart attack. Not a panic attack on stage. Is that correct?
Yeah, I had a heart attack. Yeah, that was 20 when I was 27. So yeah, that was 6 years ago. Now.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It definitely wasn't a panic attack.
No, it was definitely a mini heart attack.
Wow.
But yeah.
That must have been pretty scary.
Yeah, it was pretty savage.
So you've been through a lot in a nutshell, but knowing you for many years, you've got a big heart.
Thank you, sir.
Especially for heart attacks. I'm swollen. And you've sorted yourself out.
Yeah.
It's lovely that we're now, after everything we've been through, it seems quite fitting that we're sitting here and doing this, I think.
Oh, I could cry.
Okay.
Well, thanks for that summary.
That's all right. I think that's it. That's it on me, on you. I mean, there's a couple more bits I've got on my notes, just glancing at them. Sorry, because this is the first one.
We're amateurs. This is amateur hour. So
we don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing.
No, we don't know what we're doing.
No, we don't.
So,
but I've just got a note here about you have sorted yourself out, but you were slightly aggressive at times.
Thanks.
And one memory that springs to mind is when we were on holiday in Greece. And we were at that family sort of Greek night.
Are we going into this?
Yes.
Now?
Because I think it's important that we set the scene for the viewers. And you drank a bottle of whiskey.
I was in a bad place in my life.
Cracked your head open on your urinal and then put a sombrero on and did a Greek dance in front of a load of families.
I don't really remember, but yeah.
Well,
apparently
we all do.
I was covered in blood, like trying to dance with everyone. And it was a family, wasn't it? A family.
Opa!
It was with a sombrero.
Yeah, with a sombrero.
It was nothing to do with Mexico.
Yeah. Viva la Mexico.
It was a family resort, wasn't it, as well? Carried out in the end.
Carried out and ruined not only your own holiday, but ours as well.
And yeah, my girlfriend wasn't very happy that was with us.
No. So that's you in a nutshell.
Surprised she's still with me.
Yeah. She's a lovely girl. Brave. Anyway, so that's G in summary. You want to say a bit about me, and then we'll crack on with the show.
Nah.
All right, we'll just crack on then.
No. How can I sum Nathan up? He's a twat. No, he's
quite right.
He comes from a wealthy background, and he doesn't mind letting everybody know. Lobsters. And he's a massive Prince fan, and you've been to Paisley Park quite a few times, haven't you?
Yeah. Prince has been my entire
huge
life.
passion on that.
30 years.
Like, never shuts up about Prince. But, he's a completed grinder.
Here we go. Right, let's just get it out there now. Yeah.
Sorry, should I not have said that?
Well, I don't mind, but we're going to have to get it out. I am bisexual.
Don't get it out, boy.
We seem to bring it up a lot. No pun intended. But that's out there now. Thanks for that. And I haven't completed Grindr. But I'm not far off.
Okay, so that's incredibly awkward, and I'll move swiftly on. He's been to rehab more times than he's had hot dinners.
Really painting and a really great
Yeah,
picture.
no, I know.
Here.
No, but he's a lovely guy. He's a caring person. He's massively family orientated. There you go.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
A big music fan. You work for a music platform.
I have my own music platform. Yeah.
Sorry. Well, technically, you work for yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't know, good friend of mine, and I don't know how.
The only other point I've got on here that you wrote was I've had a string of disastrous failed relationships.
Yeah, I don't know if you wanted to bring that up, but yeah,
we might as well.
Yeah, no, you've had a shocker, haven't you?
Yeah.
Just in general.
Yeah. That's a little intro as to
who we are.
Yeah, and how we know each other, and we wanted to get all those things out there so you can hopefully, if anyone is watching this, try to get to know us. But in terms of how the show's going to work, we're going to kick it off with a topical discussion each time, and then lovely Dave is going to have his loyal Dave, who is lovely,
loyal/lovely,
is going to have Dave's corner, where we very kindly allowed him a couple of minutes airtime, and then we're going to do an advice corner. Which would probably be the worst advice that anyone's ever heard.
Really swallow your teeth then, did you?
I really need to
stop doing that voice.
I've got a lot of gas. And then truth or bullshit, which is quite funny.
Truth or bollocks?
Sorry, truth or bollocks, which is...
this is England, mate.
Yes, you're quite right. That's a funny little segment that we hope it's funny, that we've worked in. Over to you, Dave.
Right. Well, first is the general topic of destruction, even discussion.
Well,
it
clearly
is causing destruction
of this podcast, mate.
Because I think the general topic we should discuss this week, for a change, is lockdown.
Oh, God. Lockdown.
Right.
Nath, how's your lockdown?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure everyone's had enough of talking about lockdown, but I think we have to cover
But here you go.
That's it. That's the end of section one. But we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
I think, from my opinion, just the complete insanity of being trapped at home with nothing to do. I live alone, and I found it quite lonely at times. And just, I mean, you live with your lovely wife, Dave, don't you?
Yes.
So you had a bit of company. Alex, you're 35 and still live with your parents. So
I'm 33. But yeah, I moved back in with my parents recently.
So what was your big sort of moment?
Yeah, thanks for that. He's a loser. Cheers.
Don't even know how old he is. But
Yeah,
been
yeah.
mates for 15 years. So I mean, how was your lockdown?
Yeah, it's been mixed. My my sister gave birth on my bedroom floor, which was interesting. Obviously, beautiful in some respects, but I saw some things that I'd never want to see again. And I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, but I'm trying to avoid lockdown. And then I've got half of the Royal Barks in my bedroom.
Yeah, lucky you.
Yeah, that wasn't ideal. And it was just a scary moment as well. Like, I was upstairs doing some work. I came down to to my room, which is on the second floor. And I was like, I actually wasn't feeling very well that day. And I was like, I'm just gonna I'm gonna take a lie down. And I went in, and she was over my bed going, "Oh, get an ambulance!" And I had to put her down.
Put her down. She's not a fucking dog.
I meant put her down on the floor, And make her comfortable because she sort of fell down to the floor. And then the baby just started coming.
How beautiful.
Well, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm going to need some counselling.
Yeah. What is it? A little niece or a little nephew?
Little nephew, Finley. He's
Oh,
lovely.
yeah.
He's-
Finley.
10 fingers, 10 toes, all the bits that needed.
Hopefully,
they're all
Dave.
They're all there.
Webbed feet.
Yeah. And cheers, guys. And all good. But yeah, that was an experience. I had a colonoscopy and an endoscopy.
Lucky you.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And just generally being in a world of pain and torment with this constant reflux and not being able to have a drink, which is, can you imagine doing lockdown without a drop of alcohol?
No, I mean, Dave, you must have got on it.
Drink.
Yeah.
Yes, well, I had to take up drink. I gave up smoking, but we'll come back to that later.
Yeah. But I mean, the idea of, alcohol sales went through the roof, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because there's just nothing else to do. Apart from one of my issues from lockdown, which was excessive masturbation. I really found that that's what I spent most of my day doing. Dave, I don't know if you had the same issue.
No comments.
That's a yes.
I will actually throw in a couple of things about doing that, though.
Really?
What, masturbation?
Yes, absolutely, because the Terence Higgins Trust has published advice for sex.
I mean, I usually
lockdown.
go for like a hustler or something, but whatever you want, whatever you.
Well, apparently, according to the Terence Higgins Trust, your best sexual partner during COVID-19 pandemic is yourself.
Amen,
Wow,
sister.
okay,
I was
fair
right.
play.
I knew I
Or
was right.
someone within your household, and you should follow government
your sister.
guidelines about social
okay,
distancing, hand washing, and face coverings.
Right.
So you should wear face covering.
That sounds very
Wow.
romantic.
It
doesn't
does.
it?
I actually come up with a poem.
Okay.
Okay,
You've
go
written
for
a poem.
I've written a poem.
Oh, go on, Dave.
Go
It's
for
a
it, mate.
two-liner.
Oh, it's a long one.
Yes. Let me get this right. Elbow to elbow. I've forgotten the word. The word's gone out completely out of my brain. This is going to have to be well edited.
Brilliant.
Was that James Joyce? It was beautiful.
Is that it?
Elbow to elbow copulation helps stop coronavirus across the nation.
Hey.
Wow.
I must say,
Beautiful.
Dave, that was absolutely blew me away.
No.
No. Less of that.
No.
Less of that. Well, thanks for that, Dave. You've obviously put a lot of thought into that poem.
I did.
Moving on.
What about it? Everyone was on that fucking house party app.
Oh,
weren't they?
yeah. Nightmare. As you know, I had a bit of a situation with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I downloaded it and I was talking. I didn't really understand how it worked because I am 36 and it was quite new. There was nothing. It came out of the blue, didn't it? And
Everyone was just getting pissed on it every night. Like, instead of going to the pub, they were just...
Yeah. And for anyone that doesn't know, it's like everyone, I'm sure they do know, but
Yeah.
it was like an open forum room where anyone could join at any point and just video, and everyone was getting drunk on it. And I was actually in it chatting to my girlfriend at the time when my ex-girlfriend, who I don't even speak to, comes in to the room and there's just the three of us on this video chat.
That is fucking awkward.
Oh, mate, it was just...
And what happened?
I just left the room.
Well, you just left them both
I left
in
them
there?
to... God knows what they'd spoke about. I left.
Probably about what I can't... Yeah.
Language.
Sorry.
I
Sorry,
just
yeah,
left and I deleted the app and I never turned it on again.
We'll bleep that one out.
Did you use it? Well, I think we
Oh,
spoke.
yeah. I went on it a couple times and... I couldn't drink though, obviously, because of the reflux thing. I took some edibles, which are like, the cannabis gummy
Oh,
sweets.
yeah. How was that?
Yeah, pretty good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just sort of turned into a vegetable whilst everyone chatted away. And it's a cool story, bro.
Well, no, Dave, have you ever taken an edible gummy or partaken in the old marijuana?
I've had some marijuana, yes, many years ago
Yes,
when
yeah.
they first discovered it. I inhaled some on the Friday and I was still ill on the following Sunday.
That's what we call a whitey, right?
Yeah. Well, fair play, Dave.
Never touched it again, but I did carry on with the cigarettes. As
Yeah,
you
and
well
we don't
know.
recommend it. Obviously, we don't recommend
course,
that anyone
absolutely not.
partakes in these things, but they are known for good inflammatory properties.
Yeah.
CBD, which is the only reason why I was taking it, because of these.
Of
issues.
course.
There
yeah.
are several medical conditions it helps.
There's a disclaimer right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, just to wrap lockdown up, obviously it was shit.
It was shit, basically, to look at.
It was shit for us all.
To wrap it up.
It took away a lot of.
But in all seriousness, let's. I know we've been joking about, but yeah, I think, everyone's worried about the coronavirus, and they should be. But we've got to worry about half the country being unemployed after this, and the depression. Depression in the country, especially in young men, it seems to be going up. I think it's gone up 150%. I'm sorry to bring the tone down, everyone, but I think it's worth. Just definitely worth discussing, and that's something we definitely need to worry about and sort of ask questions and make sure people. I've known a few people who have taken their own life, and you'd never have known. And I think it's worth just checking in on people and seeing if they're okay.
Well, and we've done a bit of work around depression, and stuff like that. So it is a serious subject, and obviously, we're not here to mock it. We wish everyone well.
But it is supposed to be a light-hearted.
This is a light-hearted podcast.
But that is a serious.
So let's cut it. This is a light-hearted podcast.
Let's move on.
Move on.
We've said our piece and put that out into the ether, and hopefully everyone's okay. You're all doing all right, and just definitely communicate.
Okay.
Talk to someone.
Okay, thanks, Alex. Moving on, Dave. Next section. Okay.
Right, soundish advice. This is where you guys give advice to the wonderful people out there.
Yeah.
So, do you want the first question?
Yeah, I mean, So let's put a disclaimer on this as well. It's probably going to be the worst advice that anyone's ever had.
Yeah.
But
apart from doing this podcast for my career,
that was great advice.
Yeah.
And we have done some ads around this, and these are actually a couple of genuine questions. Going forward, if people subscribe, we'll invite them to.
If anyone cares or gives a shit, then
we'll invite
them
to bring in the questions. Yeah. But Dave, what have we got for our first question, please?
Okay, our first question is from Mike, and he's in Birmingham. Mike emailed us with the following. Hi guys, since pubs and restaurants have reopened, I found my socialising difficult and awkward after spending so much time locked in at home. I'm a young guy and I've always loved going out, but the entire process seems difficult now. Any advice?
Well, firstly, hi Mike.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, it's a toughie, isn't it? I mean, I think we're all finding it a little.
I mean, any time you leave your front door, it can be awkward. I can think of a few.
I mean, this is in socialising? So I'm assuming that he's in sort of. Oh yeah, he says pubs and restaurants. I mean, we're all finding it awkward, but we've got some awkward stories actually about things that have happened to us in restaurants, particularly that Indian restaurant in Southall, Alex, which we were speaking about.
What that happened to you there?
Yeah. So just
I do know this story, by the way.
Just to set the scene, and to try and help Mike, that it could be worse.
That things can happen. It can be awkward at any time and anywhere you go.
This is pre-COVID, so I was at my favourite restaurant in Southall. Great food, and I walked into the toilet on arrival, and I was at the urinal, and the waiter came in, and I was doing my business, and and no one's going to believe this, but it's true.
Yeah.
I was doing my thing at the urinal.
I remember you telling me after.
And the waiter suddenly, out of nowhere, said, "Do you like having your feet massaged?" And I was like, never really thought about it. And within 30 seconds, he had popped off my shoe. And I was wearing espadrilles, so I had no socks on. He'd popped my shoe off, and he was essentially masturbating while rubbing my foot. And if you give me your shoe, I'm going to just show you.
I'm not sure if I want to be honest.
Give me your foot, because
I feel a bit uncomfortable.
He went like this. Do you like foot massage? I was like, well, not really. I'm just here for dinner, And then within 30 seconds, he'd gone, oh, right, and then he took it off, oh, Christ. And he started rubbing it. And I was like, what's happening? Bear in mind, this all happened within about 15, 30 seconds. And then he popped it back on. And as he popped my shoe back in, as the heel popped, he went, pop.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And then he just literally went, oh, and walked out. And I swear on my life that is true. I won't say the name of the restaurant, but I finished doing my thing. We'd literally just arrived. There's about 12 of us. And
Did you just think it was like Indian custom within the restaurant, like it was part of the service?
No, I knew it was sexual. And I had to walk back in, and I hadn't even had a poppadom yet. And I had to walk back in and sit down. And I was in complete shock. So in answer to is it Mike, is it, Dave?
Yes.
In answer to Mike, I know you might feel awkward going out, but that's an awkward situation.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've had a...
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know where to begin. But yeah, I had a pretty awkward one at I think I was always so smashed, I never felt awkward. I barely didn't remember any of the times I went out. I remember one in particular that was quite awkward was I remember having to call up the following morning 5 different pubs to apologise. And I don't remember, I just had a load of texts on my phone. And it's one of those where you wake up with the fear and you go, oh no, what has happened? And we've all been there, but maybe not to this extent.
We were there
and
quite a lot.
I'm a changed person. I used to be a bit of an idiot when I drank. And I remember I got thrown out of a pub and there was somebody, I can hopefully laugh about it now. And yeah, I'd like to apologise to them again. There was some people living above a pub that were playing loud music, and it turns out that they lived there, and it was just a pair of couples just having a dinner date playing some music. But I was so smashed, I thought there was a club up there, and I entered the premises, and went up to get involved because I was that hammered, and
you waving a glow stick.
It was a bit of a mess. The whole situation was a bit of a mess, and so I had to. Yeah, do some apologising and the police got called and some stuff happened.
You thought it was a rave up there,
but I didn't. Yeah, it was. I had good intentions. I just didn't know what I was doing or what was going. I just saw music and it was just some.
I think
people.
to see you.
So I'd like to, if for whatever reason, if they stumble across this, I'd like to apologise again
formally. Yeah,
yeah, and that was awkward. I couldn't stuff like that goes around town, and I had to go. I didn't want to. You go. You pay for your mistakes, and so hopefully that makes him feel a little bit better. But we haven't actually answered the question at all.
No,
which is
but he's finding it difficult and awkward. So we're just saying that there are often awkward situations. It is a funny time to be going out, especially with all the new restrictions. I mean, I don't know about you, G, but I don't even want to go out.
Yeah, it's rubbish. But I think what happens is it's the social interaction. You forget. You forget how to sort of interact in a way. You get used to being by yourself and alone, and then you'll be all right, mate. It just takes some time to get used to it again. That's all. After if you go out and mingle, after sort of three times, you'll be back in.
Or come out with us.
That's not a good
That'll
idea.
Cheer you up. That'll cheer you up. You can come. You'll have an Indian foot massage, and then we'll break into someone's flat.
Although I'd just like to say that was a long time ago. I'm changed, and the story is actually a hell of a lot worse than that for the beginning. But I don't want to go into it.
Yeah,
anyway, that's bad enough.
Good luck, Mike. Good luck, I think, and stay strong. Keep watching the podcast. That'll cheer you up as well. Subscribe. Tell your friends. David,
nice little plug there.
Yeah, nice plug.
Take care. I think be yourself, and everybody else is in the same situation because they have
very good advice.
Yeah,
very good advice.
Good advice, Dave.
Yeah. Okay. We have another question from Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
From Basingstoke. Hi, Nath and G.
Amazing Stoke.
I've worked in retail. I'm working with a guy who I really like, and he has a great friend, but I don't know if he feels the same about me. What shall I do? I'm afraid that if I tell him how I feel and he doesn't feel the same, it might ruin our friendship.
That's a tough one, isn't it? I think just slip him a nude by accident, I reckon. Send him... go, oh, sorry, didn't mean that for you, and see how he reacts.
Oh, yeah, could do, but yeah, I mean, I've had a couple of experiences with that.
Really?
Yeah, Oh, I
sure
can't
if we
believe we're
wanna share
going here
them,
on the
but
first episode.
I've heard some of them, and I don't know.
I
if you wanna-
accidentally sent.
Sure, you want to share this?
Not really, but sod it. Yeah. I accidentally slipped a nude to my dad. And it wasn't, let's just say it wasn't that vanilla, actually.
What was Sunday roast like that week?
It was actually a video.
Oh my God, are you serious?
And I'm not going to go into the detail, but it was, I think the advice of slipping a nude, if you're going to, just be very careful. If his name's, Dave, don't scroll down and accidentally send it to Dad.
I know this is absolutely revolting, but I think we need to cover this ground now. It's been mentioned. So how did that conversation go?
Well, I had because this is as we said, this is back when you and I were we were always getting quite wasted.
Yeah.
And I was obviously.
I'd like to just clarify that I wasn't involved in this video or anything to do with it.
No, you weren't. But it was. I was obviously home and a bit horny. Let's be honest, and was sending it to someone, and I accidentally sent it to my dad, and I didn't even realise I'd sent it to my dad until the next day when I was going for like Sunday roast or something, massively hungover, and he picked me up, and it was quite icy, sort of tension in the car, and I said, this is true, and then. When we pulled into...
I don't know about this one, to be fair.
Do you not?
No.
Oh, well, when
you might have told me, but I don't remember it. There's been so many like this.
When we pulled into the garage, and do you know what? It was that sudden realisation of...
Something's not right.
He knows, didn't he? And then checking your phone and going, right.
Something's not right.
Okay. Pulling in...
I'll tell you what's not right is sending your dad a fucking video of whatever you were doing.
Yeah. And then pulling into the garage, and I swear he said to me, I received your video, and I couldn't watch it all.
I couldn't watch it as if it was like he had to, as to be a good father.
I think it was just such shock.
My son is expressing himself. I must...
Finally! So,
Wow.
I'm gonna actually go against your advice to Sarah.
All right, fair play.
About sending an accidental
You've definitely backed up your argument, that's for sure.
Well, he could have said it's grown.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Right. Okay, thanks for that, Dave. I mean, what other advice can we give?
Well, I get the situation because did they work together? Did you say that?
Yes.
I think that if you work with someone, you don't want to make it awkward, and you don't want to, if they're good friends for a while, you don't want to lose that friendship. So, what do you do? So that's my idea, was send the nude by accident, and then you're like, oh, sorry, and no one's,
Yeah, gets it out there. Literally.
Maybe just test the waters a little bit. Put it on him a little bit, and just see what happens. Go take him for a drink, get him hammered.
Yeah, and then
Maybe that's not good. I shouldn't be saying that. Get him hammered and see what happens.
Yeah, drive him home.
Make the move.
Yeah, fair enough. And then maybe pounce on him.
Yeah, cut him like a wild lynx. See what happens.
Was that a wild lynx? Did you say?
Yeah.
Is that your impression of it? Can
That
you do it
was
again?
my impression. You've seen it.
Come at me like a wild lynx.
No, I just did.
Okay.
It obviously wasn't.
It wasn't that wild.
Yeah, it wasn't wild enough. But
Yeah, or alternatively, we can go on the date with you and sit on the next table.
Yeah.
You won't even know we're there.
Wow.
We'll just monitor and make sure it's going well. But I think, all seriousness, Dave's got the best advice there. Invite him out for a friendly drink and just test the water, bit of dinner, have a few drinks and see what happens. But it is a toughie. Because if you get into that friend zone, it's very difficult to get out of it. Trust me, I know.
Just, you got to look good as well.
Yeah.
Got to make sure you
Put it out there.
Put on your best gear and go for it.
Yeah. Fair play. Well, good luck, Sarah.
Yeah.
Sorry for that advice.
Yeah.
Really, we both are.
Tell him, though, life's too short.
Yeah, and in summary, life is too short.
And where does she work?
We don't know which company. It works in retail.
Well, fuck it. If you work in H&M, move to Topshop if it's that awkward.
Okay.
Let's hope they've got a job soon. with the way
Well, there
retail's
you
going.
actually don't. Then don't come on to him because everyone needs their jobs right now.
Exactly.
I take it back.
Well, good luck. Good luck to them both.
Absolutely.
Well, anyway, I'm just conscious.
Bury your feelings deep inside.
Like we have
And let
done.
them bubble up
Yeah.
until you finally lose it
Done
one
that
day.
for 36 years.
And
Okay.
start doing a podcast.
Yeah. So next bit is where we're going to give Dave a bit of time, which I think is very generous of us.
Yeah.
This section's called Dave's Corner. I'm going to do it every time. And essentially, loyal Dave will read us a poem, tell us a joke, an anecdote, a story, something that's happened to him. But I think for the first one, it would be nice if Dave just lets the viewers know a little bit about himself. How we know each other and go from there. So, all right, Dave, this is your section. Don't screw it up,
It's your
son.
time to shine.
It's Dave's Corner.
Thank you. Right, I've known Nathan for more years than he probably wants to remember.
Definitely.
Long time. And it's been great fun. And we've had some great experiences together. We actually work together in the aviation industry, flapping around all over the world.
Can I just interject for a minute? Like, these two monkeys sorted airplane parts, right? So next time you're hurtling through the sky at 300 miles an hour in a giant baked bean can, these guys sorted the parts for it.
Yes, we did indeed, didn't we, Dave?
Absolutely.
Quite often on the cheap as well.
Well, that was actually our job, was to make sure that the parts was supplied by the cheapest cost.
Wow, which airlines? Because I might
we
avoid.
can't-
Actually, okay.
Most
yeah.
of-
No.
Most of the major
Most of the
airlines
major-
across the
Wow.
world. That is actually true.
I'm going by boat.
We were looking for contracts with them, weren't we?
Yeah. Great days,
Yeah,
though, Dave, eh? Great days.
No, they were absolutely great days. And the other thing I did when I worked at this aviation company was I smoked. Boy, did I smoke.
Wow.
In fact...
Like a chimney.
Like a chimney. So much so that the company at one stage was thinking of banning smoking and realised that I'd probably leave if they did. So they actually didn't ban smoking.
Wow.
And as a result of this, my lung collapsed. I had what's called a neurothorax. That's when your lung collapses. And I ended up, long story, very short, I ended up in hospital. I went down to get this lung reinflated. I didn't realise it had collapsed. And they tried to reinflate it and it didn't work. So they said, right, we're going to keep you in for 3 days. And by this time was back onto one lung. And I was a little bit breathless, as you can imagine.
Did you have a
and I
fag?
said,
Yeah, you had a fag.
what's going to happen? They said, we're going to keep you in for 3 days. And I said, you can't keep me in for 3 days. And they said, why not? I said, I've only paid for 2 hours in the car park.
Well, rightly so. The prices are a disgrace.
And you were
Absolutely
probably quite
horrendous.
keen to get out and get to your
Have a
car and
cigarette.
get that box of 20 Marlboro Lights.
I did have my last cigarette on the way to that appointment.
Wow.
And I haven't had
So
one
never
since.
since. Well,
And how many years has it been?
16.
That's
Wow.
mega.
Which
That's
is
impressive.
brilliant. Well, I had to give up smoking, and my wife would kill me. So
Yeah. Well, one or the
well,
other.
it was
would-
death either way. It was death either way. You had no choice.
Definitely
Either your
either way,
lungs
yeah.
were collapsing or death by wine.
absolutely. Yeah.
But it's lovely to have you with us, Dave.
No,
Seriously.
it's a pleasure.
And you are loyal, Dave, because we've known each other a long time.
Yep.
And it's great.
Wasn't this Dave's Corner? I remember. Sorry, mate.
I was actually trying to wrap up Dave's corner.
Yeah, oh, right.
I don't want to give him too much. Carry on, Dave.
No, absolutely right. Excuse
there's
me.
the other
Oh,
one.
Well, I should have left it. I shouldn't.
No, it's been great, Nath. Back to you, sir.
Thank you. That was Dave's corner. But yeah, we'll do it every time. And as we said earlier, next time Dave's going to give us a story or a poem, maybe another shit poem.
I think we've had enough of them.
So lovely. Well, that's Dave introduced. So final section actually for this first one is truth or bollocks. Why don't you tell us? Why don't you intro it, Dave?
Well, basically, the idea of this is these two guys have looked up interesting, unusual, or different stories or possible bollocks on the internet, etc. And they're going
Nathan definitely looked up bollocks on the internet.
and
100%.
Predictable.
Sorry.
Right, okay. Yes, that keeps to the level this show's going at anyway.
Don't know what you expected, Dave.
And the idea is that they read a story to each other, and the other one has to decide whether the story is truth or bollocks. And if they get it right, they get a point. If they get it wrong, they don't get a point. The other one gets a point. And whoever loses, i.e. gets the least points, gets a forfeit.
Yeah, we don't know what that's going to be yet, but it's not going to be good either way.
And it will be presented on the next show.
It may not be good, but it will be excellent to watch.
Yeah,
Great viewing.
Yeah,
Subscribe.
good for the viewer.
Okay, so Nathan, you start and read a story.
I will
to G and see what happens.
Okay.
And just to confirm, as you said, Dave, we've done these. We found these ourselves, and we genuinely don't know what we've got for each other, which is going to be very.
absolutely.
So I don't know if he's made it up or not.
So, first one, Alex, truth or bollocks? A man from the southeast of the UK was arrested this week after exposing himself in a local park with his willy stuck into a jar of Marmite. Love it or hate it. What do you reckon? Do you want? You can ask me. Maybe
It's
we can
really
ask
hard
each other.
because I believe people can do anything in this country. To be fair, so and it's obviously no other country eats Marmite, so it's got to be in the UK. And they love it or hate it. So I believe people could really love Marmite that much, you know. So I'm going to say, but that also sounds like some sort of sick thing you'd come up with.
Oh, I think I'd come
Or
up with.
maybe do it yourself. So maybe it's true. Maybe this was you.
So,
I'm going to say it's true.
Dave.
It's bollocks.
Gets him. No. 1-0. Come on, G. No, you know better than that.
Right,
Well,
G, your turn.
I can
Go on,
believe
G.
anything. Sorry, you were just talking about sending your dad a nude video by accident,
Yeah.
so I can believe.
Yeah, but I didn't have my willy in a jar of Marmite when
Well,
I did
I don't know what was in the video.
I did something much worse.
All right. So,
Go on then. This is fun. I like this.
all right. So, woman snogs her dad live on air to win 550 quid, leaving presenters disturbed.
Oh.
So, I've actually got some. Do you want to hear?
Can I ask questions? Can I ask a couple of questions?
Yeah.
Is that in the UK?
Yeah.
I can believe that.
No, I think so, yeah.
Well, is the surname West?
Could be acting. No, I don't know the surname.
Do you know what? That doesn't even sound that outrageous to me. I'm gonna say that's true.
And it is true.
It is. Is that 2-0?
No.
Yeah.
Is it?
Hey, you're rubbish at
This
this.
is not good. This is not
Right,
good.
Nathan,
Yeah,
your
no,
turn.
It's great fun.
It's pretty
right.
rank.
Here's my next one.
It's pretty rank what actually happened, but
Oh, do you want to talk
I
more
don't
about
know
it?
if we really need to go into it. But it was a segment for a game called Boyfriend or Daddy. But it was just to guess whether it was the boyfriend or the daddy. So they apparently just got off, and then they were like, "No, there's no way that they can be father and daughter because of that." And for 550 quid, fully tongued, and pretty disgusting.
So if a show like that is on TV in the UK,
we should be all right.
why there is
no, it's a radio show.
Okay, whatever it's on, if that can get past
If that's
production, this must succeed.
Yeah.
Right, seriously. Anyway,
Maybe
next.
we need to up our game.
Well, give us a kiss then.
Oh,
Go on, it's 500
I
quid in it
think
for
I
you.
know.
mate. Right. Okay, a woman in America was arrested this week after attempting to insert an entire chicken into her vaginal cavity in the middle of a busy supermarket. How do you like them apples?
I'm going to say it's false.
You don't want to ask any questions or anything?
No, I'm just going to go for it. False.
Okay, Dave?
It's true.
Oh my God, I'm losing so bad.
3-0. Looks like you can have a nice old forfeit for the next show,
What
G.
is the forfeit that I have to do?
Your forfeit
I have to
involves
go
a chicken.
go into a supermarket and stick a chicken.
Yeah. Well, come
Oh,
on, mate.
man. I know. I've got to do
Step it
better than
up.
this.
Come on,
I've got
step
to do
it up.
better than
Right,
this.
you'll go.
Okay.
Ready.
So, police in Alabama find a man living as a werewolf who had been killing local wildlife with his bare hands and eating them raw.
What?
And the bones of 4 local missing teenagers were later found in his den.
See, I know you very well, and I know that's probably... I can hear you making that up in a pub.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, I don't. When
Well,
would
we
I?
used
When have
to-
I ever said that in a pub?
I don't know. I've just got. I think it could easily be true, but because I'm on such a win, in fact, I think I've won anyway, haven't I?
No. I think you win if I lose this.
Okay. I'm gonna say that you made that up. I think it's false. Dave?
It's bollocks.
Hey, sorry, bollocks. Yes. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, Dean, get the chicken out the freezer. Alex has got a forfeit.
Yeah, at least thaw it out first.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry, G, but you really performed badly.
that was terrible.
We
And
might-
it was a
Okay,
shit
what
thing
I'm
to
going
come
to
up
do,
with.
I'm going to cuss in here because
We've got one more.
the last one, which one of you want to read this out first?
Well, it's Nathan's.
My go. So
Go on,
my
then.
last question was, a factory in the UK, this is hilarious as well, a factory in the UK was charged this week for being caught washing, recycling and reselling 300,000 used condoms.
I found that one. That was mine.
Was it?
Yeah.
Both of you had
Oh, so that
exactly
was-
the same.
Oh, right.
So-
and it's true.
And it's true. And it's
But
true.
that is rank though.
Where, well,
And it's also a bit disturbing that our minds both picked that out.
where do you
So-
even get 300,000 used Johnnies?
I know.
Yeah, that's
from the sewage system.
Yeah,
I read it as well.
Very quick
Was
to
it,
answer
was it
that.
the sewage system?
Yeah. They were collecting them from. Yeah.
That is mad.
Oh. Anyway.
lot.
And also,
So
you
what-
know, using someone else's. I did a bit of looked into a little bit of it,
bet you
and
did.
apparently she washed them
Yeah.
and then reshaped them on a wooden dildo
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then repackaged them.
and repackaged them.
300,000 of them.
What brand? Because
No, I think. Well, I would imagine it was quite a few brands.
I don't think we should go.
I
into
don't think we
it.
should mention any brands.
yeah,
Well, hang on.
I'm
one
not
woman,
getting sued by Durex.
one woman did 300,000 of them.
Something
on
like
one
that,
wooden
yeah.
dildo.
Yeah.
Fair play. I think it's very.
I think look, I call that an entrepreneur.
Yes, that's a lot of cum, though, isn't it?
So that means I've got
Well, I've got a suggestion.
Oh,
If you two are agreeable,
I am. Okay, go on then.
double or quits.
Oh,
I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to give you 3 possible outcomes to it.
I like this.
One of you has to choose one of the outcomes, therefore the other one has to choose the other one of the other 2, right?
Yeah.
And whoever's right, the other person has to do the forfeit.
I don't know. Because I mean,
it's up to you, Nate. Because I'm.
he didn't get one right.
Well, I might have, but we got the same.
Yeah,
Do
but
you know what? In the spirit of this being a pilot episode, double or quits.
okay.
Well, no editing needed over the top because Nate's already done the music for it. In the section.
Right. Basically,
Oh, I'm
Saved us
nervous.
a
Are you
fiver.
nervous?
a
I'm
lady
nervous.
and her partner, under the affluence of alcohol, were going at
Alcohol.
it very strongly one night.
Yeah.
And during it, to stay on the same subject, used 4 condoms. After the event and after her partner had left, she could only find 3 of them. One of them had gone MIA, missing in action.
Missing an anal.
Well, whatever. So,
Very
where
good.
was it? It was eventually discovered.
It's good. I like it.
Was it inside her,
Yeah.
still on him,
The sponsors are leaving as we speak.
or did the dog eat it?
I think that.
Hang on a minute. I get to choose first, surely, because I've won.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
I mean, to be honest, it wouldn't be funny if the answer wasn't that the dog ate it. I mean, if
Well, that's
you know,
what I
if-
would have said, so I got no choice now.
Yeah, but yeah, because you lost 3-0, so I go first.
2-0
Oh, all
or
right.
whatever it was.
So I get to go first because I'm in the...
How did she find out the dog ate it, though?
oh, my God. I don't know. I have no idea where this is going, but...
Started blowing bubbles.
Okay, Nathan, you are right. The dog ate it
Brilliant.
because
So that was
later
completely
on,
pointless. Guy didn't even have a chance to win it back.
Sorry.
When she took the dog for a walk, she noticed something in its poo.
Oh, well.
Well, what a lovely story.
I like great initiative. I like that tiebreaker though because we
Yeah.
hadn't thought of what would happen
Yeah,
if
great.
we both had the same question.
Great, I didn't even get a chance to win it back.
Because why would you? You're 2-0 down. Why would you get to
Well,
pick
what's
first?
the point of it then? It was like it gives you a chance for double or nothing.
How should it have worked? Do you think, Dave? For next time, after Alex has done his forfeit.
Yeah, bloody hell.
We'll have to talk about that one.
Okay.
I was sort of playing. As you know, we're doing this off the cuff. We'd never done before,
Can you tell?
and
Yeah,
we can work it out. To quote the Beatles.
we'll figure it out.
Lovely.
Good band.
Well,
On that note,
should we wrap it up?
yeah, let's wrap it up. Speaking of condoms and everything else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thanks, guys. Lovely to do this with you all. Hopefully, we'll do another one at some point.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, like, and
Share.
share.
It's been Nathan G Talks Live.
In the meantime, don't overdo it. But if you do have fun doing it,
Cut. That's the end.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.